What's going on? Facebook, YouTube. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Jay?
How's it going, Brian?
Look at that, dude. Jay's got some pep in his step again tonight.
Yeah.
I like it.
All
He's
right.
excited to talk to Mr. Brooke.
Oh, that's who we got on? Oh,
Yeah.
I think my car, I got to get salt off my car.
Oh, we love Dave. We've known Dave for a while. If you could, everybody go in that lower left-hand corner, click on that share button. Be much appreciated. Get a crowd in here, get some things going. Drop in the comments where you're watching from, what kind of kayak you're floating out of. And we'll talk to Mr. Brooke. Should we leave him down there for a few more minutes?
Let him fester.
Yeah.
He's
Look at him. He's throwing his hands up already.
he says he doesn't mind.
Yeah. But be sure to tune in next week as well. We got some huge Paddle and Fin Trail series announcements in the Open and the Clash of Clubs and all that good stuff. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. But tonight we're going to talk to Mr. David Brooke about the GRBY Grassroots Bass Yakin Series in Illinois. He's on the NuCanoe team. If you guys missed it, NuCanoe streamed earlier. They just launched a new boat, just announced it today. So we're going to touch on that with him. He's part of that. What's that team? Ketch team?
Ketch.
Team?
Ketche.
Ketche. We'll talk about some of that good stuff, but let's get him in here. Mr. Brooke, welcome back. How you doing, brother?
I just got off of 12 days of nonstop work, so I'm doing.
Oh, well, work 12 days straight, and then you come on Paddle and Fin.
Yeah.
That means we're special.
That's right.
I actually left work today just so I can make sure I made it for this, but you know.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, look at that. Such a sweet guy.
I don't care what Jay says about you. You're all right, brother.
He does care, right. Believe me.
Man, it's good to have you back, dude. We've had you on a few different times for a few different occasions. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. But real quick, for those that may not know you, just give us a quick background, brother.
All right. Dave Brooke, live in Illinois, live in the middle of a farm, middle of nowhere. I got 4-foot snow drifts they're over the top of my kayak trailer right now. So, whatever. I've been kayaking since 2017. Currently I'm in a NuCanoe, Flint, Pursuit, another Pursuit, all powered by motor guides. Wait, oh boy, I don't even want to see the comments tonight. I can imagine.
Don't pay attention. Just keep going.
So far, it sounds pretty average.
Yeah, so I left the boat world to do the kayak thing, and I've had a lot more fun since. The only time you see me in a boat is I coach the local high school team, and that's about it.
That's very cool, man.
I've done pretty good. I mean, I've traveled all over the Midwest and the South doing this, and it's more fun. Like, I don't even care about winning half the time, dude. It's just so much fun.
Traveling around, just being on different bodies of water, man. You can't beat that.
At different bodies of water, the people you meet are freaking awesome. It's like, I was in the boat world, and it's not the same. Like, guys in the boat world, they're not the same at the boat ramp. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
It's totally different. But like, we'll be at the ramp in the morning. You got 30 kayaks in there. You're just all talking, having a good time.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that's the beauty of our community, is everybody's friendly with everybody. There's no secret information, none of that good stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's different. Like, I've enjoyed it so much. It's insane.
Casey Starnes in the chat says he needs a decal from Paddle and Fin. Hit us up, man. Send us a message. I'll get you set up, brother.
I need some too for my new kayak.
You know what? We'll give him 3.
3?
I
was thinking we'll get a custom wrap made and it'll say Paddle and Fin.
There you go.
Won't. It'll say somewhat average, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with below average, Dave. It happens.
We'll get you some stickers, man. I'll get you. But
I got them all over the green kayak, but the new kayak hasn't seen many stickers yet.
What's the new kayak?
It's a 2020 Pursuit again.
Right on.
They quit making the Atomic Green, so I went Tundra this time.
Okay. Yeah.
It's let's see, it's got a Motor Guide XI3 on the front, power pole in the rear, powered by a Dakota 170.
Yeah.
And
you always run the small battery.
Yeah, small battery. Garmin 93 SV.
Nice.
Plus. I'm sorry, I forgot the plus. I can touch the screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier for you that way.
It's easier when you sit at work and I'm sorry, I didn't say that. When you can sit at home and proof it to your kayak.
Yeah. I like it, man. Very cool. Well, so for those that don't know, what's GRBY or Grassroots Bass Yakking, and then I know you guys did a small series in Illinois last year, but now you're kind of expanding that this year.
So Grassroots Bass Yakking, it was founded by Jim Strunk over in Indiana. He's a Ketch Team member and a really good friend of mine. And he started it really low key in Indiana, and it's a kayak series, but it's not those intense, strict rules where it's hard to explain. It's a good time is what it is. So here's the thing. You register for the event. When you register on Tourney X, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but you get to pick which day you want to do when you register.
Yeah.
So look at your weather, know your days off work, pick your day, and that's the day you go, and you have 8 hours on the water, and you go out and do your thing. And it's really good. It's like, guys, even in my industry, like I work some weekends, and I'm off like a Monday or a Thursday because of rest days.
Sure.
And a lot of guys I know work weekends, they're off Mondays. So this falls in really good for that. And Jim, they grew it. Jim and Cole Ritter, they grew it in Indiana. And then last year, I said, I'll start one Illinois chapter at Mazonia. And I had probably 15 guys involved last year with that. And then it blew up pretty good. So we decided, we're going to grow Illinois, and we're going to do 4 series this year, plus the trail series.
Mazonia. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Duke Westcamp, took a second place finish.
Hey, Dad, he doesn't know what first place is, because every time he wants to get first, some dude that he started calling him Apache Dave, I don't know who he is, just steps in and makes sure that doesn't happen.
Oh man, the dreams were crushed. But I mean, I guess the trolling king can actually catch a bass once in a while.
Well,
I mean, every blind squirrel finds a nut, right?
And grubby trolling is legal.
Ooh.
I mean, let's face it, trolling doesn't take a whole lot of skill, so most guys can do it.
Sure.
So we let Duke do it while he's over there picking up them 13, 14 inches, and I'm doing my thing, catching them 17, 18, 20s. It happens.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man. Well, you touched on it. The grassroots bass yakking. It's kind of nice because it caters to everybody's schedule. Like you said, not everybody's off on the weekends. If you're off on a Monday, or I think it starts Thursday to Monday, right?
Thursday to Monday.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of key, man. And not only that, but if you're one of the guys that wants to fish other trails in your area too,
Right.
you could go fish the grassroots on a Thursday, Friday, or Monday, and then have your weekend to fish a bigger event, smaller other club event, things like that, which is pretty unique. But not only that, but it gives the opportunity for those guys that can't fish those other club events on a Saturday or Sunday.
Right. And what we did for the trail series for Illinois this year, every trail stop falls on a series stop day.
Yeah.
Or week, I should say. So, like, for example, our first one's at Newton. So you can sign up just to fish the Newton GRBY event, but you can also sign up to fish the trail event that weekend.
That's cool.
And it's going to go through that all 4 series. And the last event of the year is going to be over in Savannah, Illinois on Pool 13.
Nice. That'll be interesting.
Pat Keating, you're welcome.
The Filipino ninja.
He's been begging for an event there, so I'm going to make sure it happened.
Nice.
Watch him not show up.
So,
he won't show up. He probably won't show up and then say, "Hey, thanks for the invite." That's typical Pat Keating right there.
I mean, I gave him the invite. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong too. Like each stop, like each GRBY series is at a different body of water, and then each body of water event has its own AOI. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. So this year we're going to do Mazonia, which was our original one. Then we're going to do Newton Lake, Banner Marsh, and St. Chris.
Yep.
So we're going to have 5 events at each one. You fish 4 out of 5. You qualify for the championship in Indiana next year. Well, this year, I'm sorry. And then the trail series, we're going to do the Angler Year from there, is also going to qualify. All you have to do is fish 4 out of 5 events and you qualify.
That's cool.
You can fish 4 out of 5 and come in last in every event and still qualify for the championship.
That's sweet. And I know the GRBY Championship, you guys kind of go all out. I know we donate some stuff for that. And you guys got some big prizes being given away for that. But real quick, we got a question from Josh Smith. Is the trail event the same multi-pick your day style, or is it only one certain day?
So if you want, give you an example, Newton's 5 days. If you want to fish the GRBY local event, the just regular series on Saturday, and fish the trail on Sunday, it's your call. It's how you register.
And that's including the trail series too?
Yeah. So when I go down, so like the Newton event,
nice.
I'm going to register for the regular series and the trail series on the same exact day, so you can double dip.
Look at you.
And I'm going to register for KBF Illinois so I can triple dip, and who else knows what might come up, and I'll quadruple dip.
Look at you. Working the system. You're no average Dave.
No, innovative average Apache Dave.
Innovative average Apache Dave.
I knew it was only a matter of time until that came out.
I think I can only say that once.
Yeah. That's a tongue twister right there.
Yeah, man. Well, not only that, but there's like,
But it's a cool format, man. Butcher's in the chat. He said this format is very cool. And it certainly is, man. It's very unique. I know when it first came out, guys were kind of questioning it when it was started in Indiana. And you've seen a lot of guys pick up on how cool it actually is, because you have that freedom to choose. So I just want to throw this out here too, right? Because I think this is one of the questions that came up when GRBY was first kind of introduced was, like if you pick your day Friday for say, and you go out and skunk, you can't go fish another day, correct?
You can go fish, you just can't upload your fish.
Gotcha.
The day you register, you pick your day, and there's got to be extreme circumstances if we relieve you of that day. But like, I'll give you an example. I registered for a day last year, and there was no storm forecasted, and the storm rolled in. Well, guess what? I had no choice but to fish that day.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But you watch the weather, you pick your day. That's why most guys, they sign up Tuesday, Wednesday before the tournament.
Gotcha.
I fished in rain and ice, and yeah, it happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing too. Like you touched on at the beginning, man. You gotta really pick and choose your days and do your homework ahead of time going into it to give kind of your best setup, so to speak, for that day you're picking to fish. To give you.
It happens like I'm a blue collar guy. I work in oil refineries. I may only have one day off that falls on that tournament, so I'm going to register for that day instead of sleeping. And I'm going to fish that day, whether it's rain, blazing sun, snow, whatever. If you want to compete, you're going to compete. And the best part is it's a $35 entry fee. Like, you're not paying $150 for an entry fee. It's like $33 to $35.
All right.
So have
fun. We got another question from Josh Smith. What day does registration close?
Registration closes at 11:59 p.m. the day before the tournament in Illinois.
Okay. So basically Wednesday night, you got to have your day picked out, signed up, and ready to roll.
I will give you up until midnight, and that's when I close it because you got to deal with the codes and all that stuff. So, And the other rule change we made this year, GRBY across the states, was the identifier. As long as it's a piece of paper with your code, we're good.
Right on. Okay.
It's not GRBY, KBF, but I don't want in Illinois. I don't want it on your hand. I want it on a piece of paper.
Sure.
But that's it. Just have it on a piece of paper. Let me see your code, and you're good to go.
Can you pay to be part of 2 days? Like pay 2 entry fees to fish 2 days?
Negative. You get to pick one day, and that's your day.
Sorry, Butcher.
Sorry, Scott.
He's really working.
Yeah, you get one shot and that's it.
Mr. Buser, you have so many questions. You can line me up for another week or two. I can answer all your questions on West.
Wait, did you just plug Butcher on our show?
Yeah.
Well, what is going on?
This episode just ended, Dave. This episode just ended.
Here's what I think. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to plug him. If you want to,
we're all friends, dude. We're just messing.
Yeah. Well, we'll get Scott Buser, Dave Brooke, and Duke Westcamp on at the same time, and oh Lord, help us all.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be trouble, bro.
Yeah.
I think Butcher will be begging Fletch for forgiveness after that one.
It's ironic. I mean, after my last interview, I may or may not have dropped a couple of words I wasn't trying to. My brother called me like an hour ago. He's like, all right, how many F-bombs should I prepare myself for?
That's all right. Jay slips up once in a while, too. Yeah, well, that's just it. You grew up in Jersey. That's like a God-given right. You know what I mean?
It's like you use like a comma there.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. So you guys are going to have 4 stops, right? Or four lakes total, Illinois?
4 series and then 5 stops on the trail.
Okay. And the Mississippi Pool 13 will be the 5th stop. Right on, dude.
And then
I'm gonna have to go show Dave how to fish. What do you think?
I'll come watch.
I don't know.
So, it was decided today, and I want to announce it live now. The title sponsor for GRBY Illinois is JDiz Fishing this year.
Right on. Very cool.
Obviously, Ketch, Average Dave Outdoors, Never Lost, OTWI Trailers are all sponsors. But we decided that JDiz is the title sponsor this year. And I guess it's a big time to drop it that at the end of this year, and details to follow in another broadcast, we will be giving away a NuCanoe Unlimited, which was released today.
Ooh.
At the end of this season from JDiz Fishing. Also, all GRBY members After you sign your waiver, you sign for a tournament, you stop down at J Diz in Monticello, and he's going to give you a discount on anything you buy.
Very cool, man.
Nice.
It's nice to get support from the small local shops, man, especially for the small clubs,
It's key. Like J Diz, I've watched him over the years. I've been with him for a few years, and he supports so many things. When I did my charity event a couple of years ago, that guy came in, gave away a ton of tackle and a kayak just to raise money.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yep.
Well, that was for the charity tournament, right?
Right, that was charity tournament where,
and we had you on for that one. I remember.
Yeah, you guys had me on for that. You guys donated gift cards for that too. It was
Yep.
That was a huge turnout. We made over $4,000 to donate to a local charity.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's good to see that kind of stuff happen, in those charity events, whether it be, the one we partook with you, the kid Jackson Orr, that charity event that he holds every year. I mean, I sign up just to help out. You know what I mean?
I think I signed up and I only got out one day over there. I think I finished like 70th. I didn't even care.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I turned the X stats, but whatever.
Hey, trust me, it killed mine too, bro.
Wait, you have stats?
Come on now. Wow.
This is right around the time we started having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Connections getting bad, Dave.
It's weird, man. There's too much snow in your antenna out there.
I mean, did you
go put more aluminum foil on the antenna out on the barn, bro.
You can't hit me right now. It just so happens I'm hooked to my brand new hotspot and I have full service right now.
Look at you.
I wish we could put a filter on them like one of cute kitty cat.
Like one of those Instagram. What is it?
But like where he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And then somebody's texting him like, "Why do you look like a cat, bro?"
Snapchat filters.
I like it. So that's cool. Is the kayak you're giving away going to like the Illinois Division Champion or the Trail Series, or you're not sure yet?
Might. I'm gonna release it here in a few weeks. How we're doing it. I'm gonna keep everybody in suspense because that's part of the thing.
Hey, we know how that goes.
The way it's going is as long as you're fishing our events, you're gonna have a shot at winning this kayak.
Very cool, man.
It's
Sweet.
not for like a random guy that fishes one time. It's gonna be a guy who puts in the time and the effort. And I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I saw the kayak. I know it just got released an hour and a half ago. I mean, I saw the kayak before, and it's solid. I'm actually ordering one myself. It's a great improvement. NuCanoe took everything that the customers wanted and they put it into one kayak.
Yeah, I could totally agree with that, man. All the different things you've heard guys talk about or want in a NuCanoe, they basically did with this Unlimited, and it's pretty impressive. And it goes to show too how NuCanoe listens to their customers and adjusts to their customer market, which is obviously smart business.
Being on staff, I mean, you submit a report every month.
Yep.
You put your suggestions in, and then on social media, there's always like, I wish my Frontier had this. I wish my Flint had this. Well, They listened.
Yep.
And they designed a whole new kayak around all that. And I'm looking at that kayak going, damn, I just got one last year.
Yeah. I wish it would have been on that boat last year.
Oh, I'm my name's on the list. I got to get one this year. I'm going to have to get one.
Yeah. I'm in line too. It's all good.
I'm a little upset that they don't have my atomic green anymore. Because
well, there's worse things in life, Dave. Just saying.
There is?
But I bet they'll make a hot pink one, especially for you.
You know what?
Pink's the new black, bud.
Matt Gibson, Everett Park, Blake, you guys are listening. You do a hot pink NuCanoe, I will rock it.
Oh, this is happening. I will pay for this boat. I don't care. I will pay for this boat.
Wait. Can we do hot pink and black, though? I don't like one solid color in my kayaks.
No, hot pink. Straight hot pink. Barbie convertible hot pink, dude.
Fine.
Safety first.
Hot pink. I will set that thing up with the XI3, the power pole, everything. I will rock it.
Oh, this is happening. This is happening. Continue on with this interview. I got to make a text message real quick.
Phone calls are being made.
Oh, Gibson's in the chat. Gibson's in the chat. It's been duly noted.
Hey. Oh, Matt Gibson's here. Do we have anything for him?
Oh yeah, we did forewarn him. I mean, you know,
Loftus, Billy.
He said
Billy's upset because of my green Kistler rods cast more fish than him.
Oh, jeez. You know what I like about you, Brooke? You're the same all the time.
Bro,
Oh.
So, backstory. We perch fish in the winter together. A whole group of us. We have a group of guys. We're really close friends. We perch fish. And they always make fun of my Kistler just lime green and black.
Well,
and, you know what? I put the fish in the boat still.
Yeah, that's all that matters when it comes down to it. Josh Smith says you better come with a pink tutu to wear too.
Are you paying me for this, bro? Because I work on sponsorships.
Jay Brooke, who I'm assuming is your brother, says hot pink with glitter. Oh, I love it. I love it.
You can call it the Kesher rocket.
Right now, my brother, he's older than me. That guy supports me no matter what I do in fishing, like my whole entire life since I was a kid.
Well, I know there was the event out on Erie where he drove out to come see you, and you went into that tournament blind and ended up walking away with a third place finish, and that was pretty cool, man.
He knew I was going to be. He lives in Philadelphia area, and him and his girlfriend drove up just to hang out with me that day after my tournament, and I went in no pre-fishing, and 133 guys. I took third, and I think I got 3 hourly big bass that day.
Nice.
And just to have my brother at weigh-in, like the smile on his face watching me when I'm standing up there. The last 5 guys, I got Cody Milton standing next to me, and they call the place, and I realized Cody Milton just dropped off, and I'm like, wow, I came in blind and beat Cody. Like Cody Milton, I idolize that guy.
Yeah.
He's so laid back and relaxed.
He's a hammer, man, and he's great to talk to. He's full of knowledge, and he just loves sharing, and being on the water, which is great. It's definitely a good steward for the sport, no doubt.
Yeah, and like I said before, that's not something you get in the boat world.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what really differentiates the kayak community from that big bass boat world, everybody helps each other out, whereas, the big bass boats would go flying by you and not even stop to see if you're all right, things like that. So
well, that's like the lacrosse event where you and I were fishing near each other. The pre-fishing, I'm standing on that beach where we launched. I have Cody Milton. I have Greg Hurt from Texas. I have another guy that's local. We're all just standing there having a good time talking about things.
Yep.
That's pre-fishing where most guys are on the water, just hammering the water, trying to find fish. And we're just up there having a good conversation. We're talking about how we did. You don't tell people what you're doing or what you're using.
Right.
We all had a good time. And
that's the most important thing, man.
Yeah, when it comes to the kayak fishing, that's my favorite thing. Like, we go to tournaments, we just have fun together.
That's what you got to do.
I went to a lacrosse event for bass. I shared a house with people from Maine, UP of Michigan. I mean, we just hung out and had fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You think that's like a consequence of the environment, though? Because like in a boat, you can go from like 0 to 60 in like no time, but in a kayak, you're like, all right, I'm going to go.
Barely moving.
And you're still looking at the person, you're like...
I hit one button, and when I said I'm going to go, I go from 0 to 3.9 pretty quick.
Whoa. 3.9, bud? Wow. I mean, I bet your hair is just like...
It's going to look so great blowing in the wind in that hot pink NuCanoe Unlimited, just cruising with the XI3.
All right, so let me give you some backstory. So you're all fit with Torpedo. Everybody's running a Torpedo these days.
Sure.
I mean, the smarter ones run the XI3, but whatever. So I was running the 1003 Torpedo, the tiller mount. I cut the head off of it, mounted the battery behind my seat, put a joystick in. I was running 7.9 in my pursuit.
That might be too fast.
I was scared.
I bet.
That's faster than you could run, Dave.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
It's probably faster than I think all of us can run.
Yeah, put
But, like,
together.
Yeah.
Put together.
A couple of years ago, we went down to fish Bienville for the Invitational. Me and Duke went down there,
Yeah.
and he was in his, that thing. It starts with an H. It's got these little flip floppy things, whatever. Anyway, we took off. He's like, all right, let's go. And I took off and I hit full throttle, and he just goes, dude, you were just gone. I didn't even see you.
Well, and that's an interesting story, right? Like you brought up lacrosse, man, and that's one thing. I'll say about you is, that morning, we were basically both going to fish the same spot. I launched at the beach. I saw these green lights coming towards me, and I pedaled faster. And obviously, I'm severely out of shape. And your XI3 caught up to me very quickly. And I'm like, man, who is this? And sure enough, it was Dave Brooke. And he rolls up and he looks at me and he's like, oh, Schiller, what's going on? He's like, let me slow down for you. And he slowed down. Yeah. And we kind of chatted as we rolled to this bridge. And, Dave looked over at me and he was like, so what side of the bridge are you going to fish? And I said, well, I was planning on fishing the right. And he's like, that's fine. I'll take the left. And that says something right there, like out of a kayak angler, right? Like if that was a big bass boat world, the guy would have just hammered down and tried to beat the other guy to the spot. Dave didn't have to give me the option of what side of the bridge I wanted, and lo and behold, I made a bad choice. Dave caught more fish than me.
That's why he was so agreeable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
I was going to fish.
Take that, actually.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
That was day 2. So
yeah, it was.
One,
it was.
Yeah, day 1, I launched the same place. I did other things, and then later in the afternoon, I saw you. I ran into you over there. We talked, and you were on fish. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, you know what? I should probably fish these pillars tomorrow. And then you came back the second day.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, because I couldn't miss you in that thing you were fishing out of, that's when I slowed down.
This is true.
Out of respect, I mean, like, I saw you catch fish day 1.
Sure.
If you want to go back to that spot, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to try and take that from somebody. They found the spot. They earned the spot. They caught fish. It's their spot. So, yeah, when you said you wanted the right, I was like, all right, I'm going to go left. Little did I know I was going to catch so many fish over there. I caught like 30 fish that morning.
I watched the leaderboard and I saw Dave posting fish, and then I thought he left because he worked around the corner, and I snuck over there. And next thing I know, here comes Dave around the corner. And I'm like, well, guess I'm not fishing here anymore. So I went back to the other side.
Bro, if you could see my tracks from that day, it was insane. Like, I would say there were tracks, but like there was just a purple ball.
Yeah. Mine was the
same
way.
7 hours was just go back and forth in this area.
Yep.
It was a blast.
Those fish.
My buddy Bubba down in Texas came by. He's never caught a smallmouth in his life. I was like, Bubba, what are you throwing? He told me. So I said, look, throw this right over there. He caught like an 8-inch smallmouth. Best day of his life. He caught his first smallmouth. He didn't care if he couldn't bump it. He didn't care. He caught a smallmouth.
Which is cool, man. That type of stuff is super cool, especially when you can get them on them,
Oh, yeah. That day, I mean, because, that's the day it started pouring rain, too.
Yeah. It was brutal cold in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 11 o'clock, and Dusty up. And he come around the corner. He goes, oh, every bridge is taken around here. I'm like, yeah. He said, you mind if I hang out from this? No, so just tie off my kayak. I got my pinpoint on. He tied off and sat next to me for a few minutes, and I gave him some drop shot weights, and then he started catching fish. I'm like, yeah. The big ones were gone, but I didn't want to go out and get wet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was the same way. I know I ran into him a little bit later in the day, a little bit further down, and it was brutal. I remember him and I chatted for a few minutes, and it was just like a downpour, and he's like, this is miserable. I should have just gone home.
I mean, the worst part is if I would have caught on day 1 what I caught on day 2, I would have cashed a check that day.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of us would have.
It was the challenge, the trail. It was all the championships at once.
Yep.
I mean, I was having fun just hanging out with my friends that from all over the country. I don't get to see that much.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the beauty of those kinds of events, the national events. It's when it brings everybody from all around together to get together and hang out and just have a good time, man. Win, lose, or no fish. You just had a great, couple of days on the water with people you don't get to see that often.
Yeah, it's like I tell guys all the time. I go to the national events, and yeah, I go wanting to win, and I go with the ambition to win. I don't go planning to win.
Sure.
I go down, I'm getting experience in a new place. I'm going to see guys I haven't seen in 3 months, maybe 2 years. And we're going to hang out after pre-fishing. We're going to hang out after. We're all going to have a good time. And that's the difference with the kayaking community. That's how we work. And it doesn't matter if you're fishing KBF or the Bass or the Hobie or whatever. That's how it works after the event. You guys just have fun together.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure. Getting back to the GRBY events real quick, somebody posted in here, let them know GRBY tournaments have limited number of people that can fish daily.
Thanks, Dave. All right, so depending on the location, because we set up, you get to pick one of your 5 days, and there's a limited number of anglers every day depending on the location size. So like Mazonia, we limit it to 10 anglers per day, which is still 5 days, 50 anglers.
Yeah, very cool.
The other lakes, I'm going to get it all on paper here soon. They're going to be between 15 and 20 per day. It depends where it is. Like Sankers is huge. Banner Marsh is what? Probably
pretty big.
It's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of water.
I mean, unless your name is Jacob Crebo, he's not allowed to fish Banner the same day as me. He knows all my
What about Susie?
Susie? Susie's my girl. Like, I fished that KBBT bracket tournament.
Yep.
And I entered it just because my buddy Mark was pushing me to try. So I figured I'd try it.
Sure.
And Banner's 2 hours from me. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even pre-fish. I'm like, I signed up for it first day I drove down there, and I won my first bracket. I'm like, all right, cool. I got to go back next week. Next week I went back. I won again. Oh, man. And I was like, I got to come back next week, too, because, I mean, you don't have to go to that place, but I was on something.
Sure.
Yeah,
so,
Banner's a great place.
Yeah, I ended up as 64. I ended up, there was Elite 8. So, wait. I ended up 5th. Sorry, I had to look. I can't remember if I was 5th or 9th.
Look at you and all your fancy trophies.
I thought for sure when you'd be talking to him.
Trophy. Look at that's pretty cool.
That is cool, man. I like what they did for that. The cutouts there.
KBT does some cool stuff. I mean, I qualified for the national championship because of work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fish it, but we'll see what happens here in a few months.
Your man Jacob Crebo said, "Don't want the competition." You worried?
No. Jacob, you told. Here's the funny one, guys. Jacob's at work right now, and he says, "Bro, can you tell me what the announcement is? Because I'm gonna be at work. I don't wait till 11:30 to see it." Apparently, somebody's at work not working.
Busted.
So, the last day of KBT, the last tournament for me when I got eliminated, I was up against a solid stick from Idaho. I thought they just grew potatoes, but apparently they grow big smallmouth too.
I fished out there. It's nice.
It is, and that day it was bright and sunny. I could not get on fish, and it is what it is. I couldn't figure them out. I couldn't dial them in. So I met it with Jacob at another lake at Banner, and we were just BSing, and I didn't even have a limit. I'm like, oh, well, it is what it is. So we're talking, and I found a weed line. I was jigging a chatterbait.
Nice.
So I'm talking to him. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I'm like bringing it up, let it flutter, bring it up, let it flutter. Well, the last time it fluttered, I felt something like, I said hook, it was 18 and a half.
Nice.
I'm like, well, where'd that even come from? He looked at me and goes, you jig chatterbaits? I'm like, yeah.
Don't you? I mean, geez.
I know everyone's like, oh, you just reel those straight in, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I will tell you now, I own a few jackhammers, and I have had more success on the $4.99 ones than I have a jackhammer.
See, that's it. That's interesting, man, because that whole, I've heard that from numerous people, but then I've heard the exact opposite. Like, I can't catch a fish on a cheap $4.99er, but I can slam them all day long on a jackhammer.
and I've got a lot of intel from all these groups, and I listen to guys, and I listen to what they're saying. But so they're like, well, when you throw your jackhammer, as soon as it hits the water, you start reeling, it's vibrating. All right, well, out of natural, like when I throw a chatterbait, it hits the water. I let it sink for a second. Depends where I'm at, 3 seconds. But I pop it before I reel anyway. I don't care if it's a jackhammer or a regular.
Yeah.
So even the 499 ones, if you pop it, it starts shaking.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the jackhammers, if it hits the water, you just start reeling. It shakes. But I don't know. I mean, I've spent the money. I have the Japanese ones before they had this whole thing where they won't send them to America anymore. The Evergreens, I think they are.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Drop in the chat. I already see a couple guys. Do you prefer the jackhammer or the regular chatterbait? We'll compare these later.
Chatterbait.
So far, we got 2 jackhammers, and I think 1 regular chatter.
Yeah, I'll throw a regular chatter. I mean, you look at the price difference here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I could buy 4 of the regulars for 1 jackhammer.
Well, I remember it was the beginning of the year last year. I went up to Wisconsin to fish. What is that? Midwest Kayak Bass Club. And they were on Fox Lake in Wisconsin, and our good friend Jacob Ruff was up there, and he lost 7 jackhammers from pike and trees. Pike and trees. And I saw him at the ramp, and he's like, well, I got to go home and explain to my wife why I lost $300 worth of baits today. So I kindly offered up my couch to him just in case. He never showed up, so I guess it went over all right.
Well, there's another lake down by Susie, and I'm not going to name it because I don't want to get hammered. But Susie and I have met up there several times and fished together, and it's like they have both in.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
You probably know what lake I'm talking about. Actually,
I don't. I'm not sure. She's probably told me, but I don't.
She did the paddle and fin bracket there.
Oh yeah.
I was there with her.
Yep.
Because I knew where she was fishing, so I'm not gonna say I blocked the area, but I kind of kept anybody from getting near where she was fishing. But like the bowfin there, like you may hook it in the mouth, or you may just lose a $20 chatterbait.
Mm-hmm.
And if you throw a buzzbait, brand new buzzbait, guess what? It's
destroyed.
Those things are just a mouth, like pike are just a mouth with teeth, but bowfin are even worse. I always compare them to like that movie Critters.
Yeah,
like the way like their mouths, like you just open just a bunch of little needle teeth, just a bunch of sharp teeth.
Blue tongue.
Yeah.
When you put the grips on, you're like, I'm not sticking my hand in that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I caught one. It was up on the Mississippi River, Prairie du Chien, and I was flipping a jig back in flooded timber, and this thing just smacked it. And I'm like, oh, got a hog, big bass. This is going to be a 20. And then it gets to the boat, and I'm like, what in the world? I got no pliers, nothing like that. And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Well, that was 2 years ago, the KBF National Championship. All the guys from Ketch got together to do some filming. We pre-fished together.
Yep.
I was flipping stumps, and I caught some big bass. So tournament day 2, I went out to this area. I'm like, all right, so I'm flipping stumps, and I hook in a fish. I'm like, oh, this is great. Well, they call pike jackfish down there. I'm like,
yeah,
wow, this is a good bass. I'm like, no, that's way too many teeth. Yeah, that sucked pretty bad. But I can't wait to go back.
Well, those snakeheads are the same way too, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when those things hit, it's like they peel drag. So they're so fat but long with those long fins. They just peel drag. Like they're a good time. I love catching them. I hate what they do to my tackle.
Yeah, they just destroy it.
And a lot of people may not realize too, they're actually indigenous to the area. They're not, bowfin. Everyone wants to put them into a bow fishing category, and it's, it can't be farther from the truth. You just don't see them a lot. They're just in certain areas.
There was one day I was on that lake that Susie and I fished, and it was a sunny day, and I was flipping a brush pile. And I looked down, I see these 2 big black things, like they're deep, but I can see them. I'm like, I wonder if those are bass. And so I just dropped my jig down there, and I popped it a couple times. I seen him turn. I'm like, nope, don't want that. Now with a jig.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna pull something up here real quick, and we can play this real quick. Little Dave Brooke action on the water.
Oh wait, I have to get. Oh jeez, it's gone. Oh man, here we go.
Shh. We're watching the show.
I don't have to watch it. I lived it. David Brooke, I'm from Illinois. I'm here because I love kayak fishing. So I wasn't going to fish this event. Duke got a hold of me, told me I need to give it a shot. So Thursday, I decided to enter. Drove up last night, got here about 10:30, zero pre-fishing. Got up 3 o'clock this morning, went to the ramp, got ready to go, went out when it was time to go, and just did what I do. I'm used to getting a lot more bites when I go out. Today I got about 12 to 14 bites all day. 9 of the fish were keepers. 5 were good ones. I went through a 3-hour spell where I didn't get bit one time. Then at 1 o'clock, I was able to get an 18 3/4 and call my small fish. 3rd place this time. My 2nd full season. I've been doing this 2.5 years now, and I believe I'm going to keep on doing it for a long time. I think I'm going to come back again next year, except I'm not going for 3rd place. Next year, I'm coming back, and I'm taking 1st. I'm going to beat all the Ohio guys, not just 129 of them. All right.
Typical Dave Brooke fashion.
For the record, Rona kept me away this year.
I
was going back this year with all the restrictions.
We'll give you a pass on that one.
But,
all right, Sally.
So did you see the Apache helicopter?
That's where Apache Dave came from.
That was Duke. So
that's where Apache Dave was born.
For the record, I was not supposed to be filmed for that tournament. Duke called me. It was a day or two before the tournament. Says, Dave, you need to get to this tournament. These are your kind of waters. So I got off work at 3:30 on a Friday. I came home, got all my gear together, and it was supposed to be a 4-hour drive. Took 8 hours because of traffic. Went out there, got to the hotel at like midnight. Crashed out for a few hours and got up and went to the ramp because the ramp I wanted to fish, my buddy Jason Gardner. Yeah, Jason, see, I give you props. He told me get there earlier, you won't have a place to park. So I went out there and I get out there and I'm doing what everybody like. Here's the thing, like we're getting ready, we're waiting to take off. All right, we're all in lily pads. And we're waiting to take off, and I have a buzz bait and a spinner bait tied on, but all I hear is blades. That's all I hear from every kayak is blades. I'm like,
it's like wind chimes.
Yeah, it's like everybody's been pre-fishing but me, and everybody's got blades turned on. I'm like, all right. So I have to paddle through the weeds. You saw me paddling. I had a rear mount troll motor that I could use not in the weeds.
Sure.
Didn't help me one bit, but I paddle out, and I don't know, like 20 minutes in, I'm throwing the spinner bait. I'm not getting bit. I see some weeds that remind me of home. I literally dropped the rod into my kayak, reached behind me. I grabbed another one that I'm very comfortable with. I started flipping my 2nd flip. Boom, 1st keeper. All right, cool. Picture. Throw it back. Flip again. Oh, God, another keeper. Oh, my God. So then, I don't know, it was probably like 10 o'clock. Duke texted me. He's like, backstory. I don't watch leaderboards on big tournaments. Yep. If I'm fishing it, I do not watch it. I get text messages all day from people, and I ignore them. If I'm fishing a big tournament and I feel pretty good, I will not look at a leaderboard. So Duke texted me, was like, where are you? So I just dropped a pin on my phone and sent it to him. So I caught my 5th keeper, and I glanced to my left. I see 2 kayaks coming at me, like full speed, as fast as they can pedal. I'm like, this is awkward. Well, then I missed it. I missed a solid bite. I knew it was a solid bite. So I back up. I'm trying to fish again. I look up. There's Duke and Vasily. And this is Vasily's. He's still in his rookie season of learning how to film us when we're fishing.
Sure.
And for guys that don't know, when you're filming a guy that's fishing, you have to know that guy and what he's doing.
Yeah.
So like Duke sat back with a camera and Vasily's just filming the whole time. But like Vasily, he started drifting, and Duke's like, hey, get out of there right now. Dave's gonna fish that. And that's the thing with Catch Outdoors. Like Vasily, he learned us. Like he knows where to go and where not to go, and he knows we have no problem telling him, hey buddy, do not go near that area.
Sure. That's clutch, man. That's what helps make those videos what they are.
Well, he's not an angler. I mean,
Yep.
And I'll give him that. What he does, he is the best I've ever seen at what he does. But he's not an angler. And if you tell him, hey, get out of there, he just gets out of there, and he'll talk to you later. He's like, yeah, bro, I don't know. Thanks for telling me. I learned from it.
That's cool.
And they got some good footage. And the unfortunate thing is when I caught my big bass of the day that day, which was another $100 check or $150, I don't remember what it was. Unfortunately, it was right towards the end of the tournament where I went through a 3-hour lull, and they were at a different ramp than me, so they went back to load the trailer. And I went across, and I pulled that fish out of this timber, and my trolling motor died that day, and I had to paddle back. It was pretty rough.
Yeah. It sucks when you don't have those luxuries, you know?
You know what? Listen here. Listen to Pontoon.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about
He's
anymore.
reformed, like literally.
I am reformed, reborn,
I mean,
back in the kayak again.
It was kind of like at Crossroads when I was fighting the wind on the second day when I had that malfunction with my remote.
Yeah.
Do you remember that morning we were joking at the boat ramp about the remote going bad?
Yep. Yeah.
And then it happened to me that day, and I had to paddle all day. And literally, I have 4 fish. There's an hour left in the tournament, and I'm paddling, flipping, and it's windy. I'm paddling, flipping. I look over at Mr. Matt Gibson, who was right across the channel from me. He's kicked back in his pursuit, just pedaling.
So you threw a few casts his way or what?
Yeah, he's just sitting there pedaling with his feet, just casting. I'm watching him catch fish. I'm like, God dang it. And I'm just fighting this wind. I'm paddling. And then, I stuck my last keeper, which, hey, I got to take home a word for it at least, but,
Heck yeah.
But Crossroads, like, I don't know, like Crossroads day one, because obviously I was on GRBY. I was the team captain, and we were first place on day one. Day 2, we fell off, and we ended up 5th, which, you know what? I'm cool with that.
Sure.
I mean, we had a blast. Me and my teammates had so much fun. I mean, I came down to visit your campsite, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Dave was in special form.
Let me restate that. I may have wandered down and visited your campsite.
Yeah.
You definitely wandered down there.
He's like, this looks about it. Wait.
Like, yeah, that's them there. Actually, I think we were on the phone, and I was like, I'm like, I'm right in front of you.
My GPS is broke.
You were. I was walking down the road. I'm on the phone. He's like, Brian, where are you? You're like, bro, I think I see you.
Yeah. No, it's always a good time, man, and that's unique too, man. Because it's the same as the national events. You see a lot of faces that you may not see all season long. And you got a lot of different clubs that show up there to compete and win, lose, or draw, man. Everybody just has a good old time. And
it was. It's like during the day, I was having conversations with people not even on my team. Like, we're just talking, having fun.
Yeah.
It's like you get a message, bro, did it slow down for you? I'm like, yeah, it slowed down hours ago for me. He's like, yeah, me too. And he's on a completely different side of the lake from me.
Sure.
And with Sankers being a cooling lake, the way it works is both sides work different.
Right.
So when the whole lake shuts down, it's like, damn. Well, you look at the fact that guys were pre-fishing for 5 days. That doesn't really help.
That's funny. Well, that's why, I've met so many people at that event. That's why I like going down there. I don't fish it. I just,
what does that say?
Kind of help out. Your brother said at least one F-bomb, not dang it.
Jay, fuck off.
Oh, there you go.
I did good all night, but now he asked for it.
Oh, boy. There goes our PG rating.
Yeah. I'm ready to pull that cable right now.
Wait. Bro, I've been on your podcast. The PG rating's gone.
Yeah, well,
Well, we'll have to put a disclaimer for like people listening with children.
Yeah.
at approximately 53 minutes and
Blame
23
Schiller.
seconds.
Schiller said we're gonna go live. I went, all right, we'll go live.
If that's what you want.
I know.
Yeah.
It's always a chancy situation.
No.
Ooh.
I've been watching it all night. Like, I even corrected myself several times. I felt it coming. I stopped myself. I'm like, no different.
I do that quite often. You know how I talk when I'm not behind this mic. So
well,
I
it's
know.
the same. Like, growing up in Jersey, I work in the oil industry.
yeah.
Come on, it's like a normal word in my world.
Exactly.
No, I would think
I mean,
it'd be like
offensive anymore.
choir
It's a
boys.
compliment if I tell you that.
Yeah. Like, excuse me, sir. Oh, why, thank you. Could you please hand me that wrench?
If we're working, I'm like, hey, bro, just F off. They're like,
Yeah.
Well, we're drawing down, man. I know Ketch just released the new board. I know you got one there.
What do you want to see? Hey, I'm prepared. What do you want to see?
Let's see it all.
All right.
Give it to us. The boss is watching.
Ketch X. Ready?
Is that thing really as light as it looks?
Bro, this is stupid freaking light. You can't really see it. It says average Dave. Dude, compared to my OG Ketch, I mean, I've been with Ketch since 2018.
Sure.
This thing is stupid light.
That's cool.
I'm also prepared. Ready? The bracket everybody asks about. You buy your bracket. It comes with the T-bar and the screws. So you can mount any track you want.
Oh, that's slick, man. That's slick.
So literally, it slides on all Ketch boards. Yeah.
Does it lock that board in place, or is there?
Bro, I'm telling you, if that's mounted to my track, like the way this thing, hang on. Do you see how it's set up?
Yep.
So, like, look, you slide your board into it. If your board is mounted to a track, it's stuck. Like, look.
Oh, right on.
So
that's slick.
Yeah, it comes with both the back plates and the screws to mount the tracks. Then there's the ultimate that everybody wants these days, the Ketch Keeper. So I don't have mine's set up. One is in my barn, and I can't get into it right now.
It's a little snowed in.
So look,
Dave sent me a video yesterday. His kayaks are literally under a mound of snow.
Yeah, it slides on like that. It comes with, hang on, a tag holder and the double loop. It's not everybody that thinks that they got the wrong Velcro. It's double loop. Okay, so there's double loop on here. There's double loop on the attachment right here. It literally it squeezes in. You have to squeeze it hard, and it sticks. But guess what? It doesn't fall off that easy.
Yeah.
And it comes with your holder.
Very cool, man.
Oh, wait, there's more. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Am I that guy? Am I the Instagram guy now or whatever? All right. We know the plastic boards.
Certainly something.
The carbonate.
Listen, Jay. You know what? I haven't done it today, but hey, Jay, I got to tell you something. Brian, look away.
Wait, just tell him after the broadcast is over.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool, man. I've been I dig too. They came out with an ice version for that too. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube guys using the ice board too, which is sweet.
We have a 16-inch version for the ice fisherman, and it's great. Yeah. And like I have a local club. I want to plug them if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Bent Rods Bass Club here in Illinois. It's here's the thing. It's like kayak fishing. It's CPR. It's catch, float, release, but it's boats, kayaks, even bank fishing if you want to.
Nice.
And as soon as this board got released, literally, like the first time it got released, I took it. I'm at the launch. I'm beating it off my leg. I'm smacking it on my kayak. I'm like, it doesn't break.
Yeah, I know Duke and the guys did a video. They dropped that thing from like a skyjack, ran it over with a truck, and all kinds of stuff, man, and the thing wouldn't break. Here's a quick question from our friend Joel Scarborough. Does that cradle work if you have the extended sides on the OG board?
what extended sides. I mean, the OG board, where am I? Mine are all in the barn. The cradle, this cradle, like the mounting cradle works with every board, and the catch bracket for your tag holder works with every board. So both of them with every board we have. Very cool. I mean, and for anybody that doesn't know, I am the team captain for Ketch. I've been working with Duke since early 2018. We talk, if not daily, every few days. So
Ryan Dahl in the chat, he said, I just literally opened the 16-inch Ketch carbonate. It's sweet. Can't wait to hit the ice Sunday. Get after him, bro.
Here's the thing. I've been ice fishing 3 times in my life.
Dude, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, well, Nick Langton from Ketch, he wants to go ice fishing. You want me to give him the same line I give everybody?
Sure.
I don't walk on water. I'm not Jesus.
Oh, I am Jesus, so come walk on water with me.
Listen, was it last year? Yeah, it was middle of deer season. My buddy's like, hey, come ice fishing with me. He's over here. We're walking across the ice. I hear this god-awful sound. I look at it, what is that?
That's the ice making ice.
It's ice making ice. I'm like, what? No, bro, are you serious? Are we safe? And then we get out there, we drill these holes, and I sit there doing this. And in 6 hours, I caught one bluegill about 8.5 inches.
That's because you're ice fishing with the wrong people, bro.
All right, well, I'm going to come up by you.
You come up by me, and I'll make your arm fall off in an hour and a half. Ask Jay. So here's a good question, and I know this is a good question, and this is a question on a lot of people's minds. Is there a float kit for the carbonate board?
Ketch has a float kit coming out soon. Carbonate. All right, listen. You see these channels?
Yep.
That's where the float kit's going to fit into, and it will float then. It's not released yet. It's coming very soon. I mean, there's other ways to make it float, but yeah, it will float with a little bit of foam, just like the old other plastic board that was semi-inaccurate that everybody used. You know,
the flex board.
The flexible one.
You know, Menards has like the perfect square dowels to fit right in those slots.
That won't float though.
Ready,
no, it floats. Yeah, but that might not.
You're taking money out of Duke's pocket, dude.
Just so you know, I'm live right now. All right. If it breaks, I don't fucking know. But oh shit, I did it again. Listen, I'm holding it tight. Listen, I'm pushing.
I don't think you're trying hard enough, dude. I've seen your arms before, man. You're weak. Come on.
Elbow drop it from the top rope, bro. Elbow drop it from the top rope.
Wait. Yep, still not breaking.
I would be scared to do that with a hog trough.
Yeah. Hog trough would have broken 10 pieces already.
My dog is barking at the window right now when I did that. Hang on, I have to find my boards. Wait.
That'd be funny if you just saw Wolf flying across the room.
Look. Not broken. My dog's literally pissed off at me right now. She's like, what's going on, Dave? What are you doing?
That's funny.
I'm throwing bump boards across the house. How do you like that?
Well, you got one guy, Mr. Brock Howell, says he's coming for you at GRBY Newton.
Hey, Brock, do me a favor. If you see a boat coming, shoot a flare or shoot a gun. Don't get run over again.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he had that one coming. On that note,
Brian, you were there.
I was there. And we're not going there.
It's no. It's like funny, like because you know, I mean, I'm a licensed carrier, and I tend to carry most of the time, and this is one of the reasons why I do. Maybe somebody would have heard a gunshot instead of running you over. And here's the worst thing: I felt so bad. So after that happened, and Brian, you hooked Brock up.
Sure.
His kayak got run over. He lost almost all his gear.
Yep.
Quit laughing at me. So you hooked him up. You gave him a kayak for the next day. You gave him a GoPro, tackle, anything he needed so he can compete day 2.
Sure.
And I leave day 1. I'm going back to the house that Ketch had rented, and I run to Brock at the gas station. and the debit card machine's not working. He's trying to buy whatever he needed, and I had a little bit of cash just to cover what I had. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, do you need anything? But finally, his stuff went through because this gas station was screwed up.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine having this day. Okay, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to fish this tournament. It's 5 a.m. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to try and win this.
Had his best tournament day ever, too.
Yeah. You have all these fish on your phone, and you almost get run over by a person in a underpowered boat with a 25 horse that can't see you and almost kills you. Then you get all that resolved. You go to a gas station. You can't even buy your drink and snacks for the night because the gas station's messed up. This guy had the worst day. And he came in Sunday morning, happy as can be.
Yep.
And then I went back. It was early spring this year. I went down to Indiana, fished a couple tournaments, like a couple days in a row. And Brock was the happy-go-lucky guy. Like, he wasn't winning. I don't care. I'm having fun.
Yeah. He's definitely a good dude, and he's definitely just grateful and happy to be out there on the water, get other people out there on the water, and just have a good old time, no matter
that's
what it may be.
About.
Yeah, man. I dig it.
So,
well, we're winding down, man. We'll give you the floor to thank and shout out anybody you need to or want to, and we'll kind of go from there, and then we got a quick announcement, and we'll close this thing out, man.
All right. Well, everybody knows I can't do anything I do without Ketch. NuCanoe kayaks. I mean, that's all I run. Dakota Lithium powers everything I have, like everything I have. I mean, I've charged phones in hotel rooms with them.
Yeah.
Venom Lures. If you haven't heard of them, you better figure it out, because if you lost to me last year, that's why.
Oh, hey, David Brooke, I love you.
Listen, I'm the same guy at the boat ramp that I am online, so you both know that about me. I'm not going to use words I don't understand. But JDiz Fishing has done more for me than I can explain. Like between the charity tournament, what he's doing for GRBY this year, and I mean, I can do a Kistler rods. That's all I throw. And I can go on, but I don't want to turn this into a sponsored plug from hell.
Sure. Well, dude, we definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you taking out the time. Look forward to seeing what the GRBY Illinois chapter has to offer for everybody this year. I think it's going to be cool. Bring a little bit of excitement to the state for sure. And give some more options. There are a few options out there. If you're listening and you're looking for tournaments to fish in Illinois, definitely hit the GRBY chapter. There are a couple other options out there. Paddle and Fin will have an event on the Fox River the end of July. We're looking forward to it. And then we're gonna sit right here in this room and do another podcast with you.
All right.
But there you go. We got big news coming next week. A bunch of stuff about the trail series. So be sure to tune in. It'll be myself, Jay Randall, Susie Roloff, a few guests, some sponsor announcements, and all that good stuff. So you guys are going to want to tune into that. And yeah, you got anything else, Mr. Randall?
No, sir. It's good talking to you, Dave.
Dave's muted.
Yeah. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, bro. You muted your mic.
Imagine this is what it's like for his dog. He's just like, I can't hear him. It's so great.
Hang on.
I don't understand.
All right,
what?
You there?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
All right, yeah, sorry. My dog's been whining for the last 20 minutes to go out. I was trying to take care of her.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Thanks alone, again, brother.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hang tight. We'll talk to you after the closer. Hang tight,
Sounds
man.
good, buddy.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. If you're listening on the podcast, as always, tight lines, smooth paddling. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to another killer episode on Paddle and Fin. Don't forget to go check out our website at paddle_and_fin.com. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel at Paddle and Fin. If you got a question, comment, want to hear from a future guest on a future episode, feel free to email us at paddle_and_fin@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Paddle and Fin on Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to our show supporters, Angler. The Angler button and app just makes for a better time on the water and creates a virtual logbook for every fishing outing out on the water. Shout out to Rocktown Adventures, located in Northern Illinois, for all your kayaking, camping, and hiking needs. Shout out to Jig Masters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to